to send within 8 hours. Now, what she do? I'll keep her happy to make sure this never happens to you again.
What did he do?
For the burglar alarm.
Look beyond your horizons, and you will find the unexplained. It's at the limits of space.
This alien technology is doing something behind our backs. How do we know we can trust it?
It's in a frozen wilderness.
I believe that the Yeti exists.
You hear that? It's buried beneath your feet.
So now we have the biggest pyramids on the planet.
It's closer than you think.
I really have no words to explain what we found.
Unexplained Wake starts Sunday on Discovery and Discovery Science.
Approach Sunday nights with caution.
The fabric of the universe could tear apart. Reality could dissolve.
Because when you explore the inner workings of outer space,
The night sky will turn black.
your mind will be blown.
It's the corpses, the zombie stars that will take us into the future.
How the Universe Works starts the 19th of October, brand new and exclusive on Discovery and HD.
Coming up on How Do They Do It? How do they everything? Losing the taste.
Our supercritical CO2 process is the only one like it in the world.
How do they use centuries-old techniques to make one of the world's favourite?
It was traditionally smooth.
Marine power plants.
Distinct experience.
On how do they do it? Every year we slurp our way through more than cups of coffee. The surprise is that 50 billion of these are almost totally caffeine-free. Taking the buzz out of your morning Joe takes some serious science. So, how do they do it? Coffee was first cultivated over 500 years ago in the forests of Ethiopia. Today it's grown commercially in over 50 countries worldwide, in Central Africa and here in Asia. Once the plants are pollinated, it takes around 9 months. Ripened, the cherries are handled.
The conditions for I continues, they are working here.
The picked cherries are then laid out in the hot sun for up to 3 weeks to dry. Each cherry usually yields 2 green. They are not actually seeds. Once dried, the seeds are exported for processing. And that happens here at the Maximus coffee plant in Houston, Texas. At this 100,000 of coffee every day. The beans storage silos. But different types of beans from different parts of the world can have subtly different tastes. The key to consistent flavour Edwin Paris required to he starts with batches of raw or green beans. They're roasted and ground, and 3 samples from each region region are placed next to each other. With 12 Edwin won't be first he has to test the aroma. Spoon. To taste. But that slurping noise isn't because Edwin was desperate for his brew. Slurping allows Edwin to sample the full flavour of each coffee with his whole tongue and his nasal passages. To be considered 6 cupfuls of coffee would have Edwin's heart racing in a matter of minutes. So he spits out every drop before deciding how to blend the different varieties together. If you can't take the caffeine, you could get rid of it with chemical solvents, but this can alter the taste. Here they do decaf the natural way, without using potentially harmful chemical solvents. This is the largest natural decaffeination plant in the world. Decaf Weekly oversees the cutting-edge coffee.
Process is the only one like it in the world. From the reactor.
To 93 degrees Celsius. Then it's critical CO2 over 200 times atmospheric pressure. Gas and a liquid. As a gas, it penetrates deep into the beans. As a liquid, it dissolves the caffeine, removing almost 99% of it.
The stripping process takes place when we circulate supercritical CO2 through the bean bed for approximately 9 hours, and the decaffeination process is taking place.
But the trouble is, the beans are now wet. So the decaffeinated coffee beans are discharged into this huge tumble dryer, which reduces the moisture level from 35% down to the optimal level, just over 10%. And the leftover liquid doesn't go to waste. The brew inside these tanks is actually 0.5% pure caffeine. But that's too weak to make it worth anything. So water is removed by evaporation, and the concentrate passes into an industrial dryer. This brown powder is now 95% pure caffeine and can be sold to make energy drinks and caffeine tablets. But after decaffeination, the beans are still raw, and raw beans don't make tasty coffee. The rich flavour. First, the beans are fed from storage hoppers. A chemical reaction turns beans to sugar and releases the essence of the coffee itself. Each blend of coffee requires a particular temperature and roast duration to determine taste and colour. Temperatures can vary from 180 to 200 to 30 minutes. Roasted coffee, ensure it stays faithful to the flavour of the blend. A score of just over 4 is what they're after. If it goes above 5, it suggests there's a problem somewhere in the production process, and the taste and smell of a bad batch can provide vital clues about exactly where the problem is. There's even a nice colourful reference chart for the coffee tasting troubleshooters.
Okay.
4-5.
Yes.
4-5.
Later.
4-4.
Thank you so much.
But this brews home and dry. However, whether you're making fresh ground or whole roast beans, coffee starts losing its flavour straight away. So the batch is sent straight to be packed, sealed and boxed. Giving your morning coffee that fresh roasted flavour, whether or not it's got that caffeine kick. Still to come, how do they create the clean, delicate flavour of Scottish smoked salmon?
With a cracked black pepper, freshly squeezed lemon juice, fantastic smoked salmon, that's really all you want.
And how do they produce marine propulsion systems perfect for chasing pirates? Join us after the break to find out how on How Do They Do It?
Want to get more from your laptop?
I've just got a laptop and I've been told that I should back up my files.
Basically, don't know how to use the laptop.
Security.
And Wi-Fi.
At which we easy use laptop guide. All sorts of tips to help you do more with your laptop.
Cannot be any simpler.
Call Which on 0800 380 380 for your free laptop guide. It's packed with useful advice, like setting up your laptop properly, protecting it from viruses, emailing photos, mobile broadband, and a jargon buster to help you understand the techie stuff.
Very much plain English.
And very simple to use.
Call 0800 380 380 now for your free, easy-use laptop guide.
It's a free guide.
Of course, you don't get much free nowadays, do you?
It's always good to get something for nothing.
Apply for your Aqua Classic card now. Go to aquacard.co.uk and get a response in 60 seconds.
When Daddy had an accident, he was hurt a lot. It's not been easy for Mummy, but we've been getting help. Now Daddy's more like my daddy, and I'm his little cousin.
Since we've secured over because
Absolutely delighted.
big weight has been lifted. Thousands are benefiting from the Springcoin personal loan. Apply online, and after we've made a decision, you'll have the money in your account the very same day.
My boy can now take up that life-changing internship abroad.
With my debts consolidated, I can save £400 a month. Head to springcoin.co.uk/TV and use promo code TV for £50 off your loan balance. If you need a new boiler, you can trust British Gas to install an energy-efficient one that's just right for you. Our quotes are fixed, and you can spread the cost.
You'll get boiler and central heating care, plus free plumbing, drains and home electrics cover, and get a £400 scrappage discount on your old boiler. Which all goes to make very happy customers. So, for a great boiler deal, call 0800 980 8182. Visit britishgas.co.uk.
Ben and Carlos are both having friends over for a movie. Ben has used Broadband Choices to compare the latest TV, broadband and mobile deals, whereas Carlos hasn't. So, it's lucky Ben can show him that it's easy to pick the perfect package using Broadband Choices. Broadband Choices. Are you missing out? Better? Better. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers, get some nuts.
Mike and Ed are going back to 1963 to buy a slice of American glamour. What a car! Lincoln Continental in Wheeler Dealers. Monday at 9, only on Discovery and HD.
Approach Sunday nights with caution.
The fabric of the universe could tear apart. Reality could dissolve.
Because when you explore the inner workings of outer space, the night sky will turn black. Your mind will be blue.
It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
How the Universe Works starts the 19th of October, brand new and exclusive on Discovery and HD.
A Friday night with science worth staying in for. At 8, bizarre sightings for a farmer kick off our Close Encounters double. Unexplained files at 9.
Scottish smoked salmon is a delicacy prized all over the world. Especially raw fish. Serving top quality fish are thousands of miles from the lochs of Scotland. The secret that enables the delicate flavour to survive the journey to your table is the centuries-old smoking process. So, how do they do it? The City of London. Districts in the fish restaurant. Here at the cold counter, executive chef Douglas Wright is preparing signature dishes.
It's a very traditional smoked salmon. It's a firm texture, it hasn't been over smoked. There's not too much oil in the salmon itself.
The restaurant takes its name from the coast 700 kilometres away in Scotland. At 65 kilometres in length, this is one of the longest sea lochs in the country. 6 a.m. The Loch Fyne Smokehouse has just received today's first delivery of fresh fish. At up to 10 kilos each, the salmon are far too big to be smoked whole. Down to size. The filleting team quality check every salmon before expertly cutting them by hand. The tricky bit about handling wet fish is keeping hold of them. To stop the salmon sliding away, the filleters sprinkle a layer of sea salt on the tables, which also acts as a purifying agent to keep things clean. Bacteria would like most water. So to kill them off, they dry them out. They do it with a process called salting. Each worker sprinkles on a carefully measured mix of sea salt and organic brown sugar. The salt draws the water out of the bacteria. The sugar helps keep the fish moist and adds to the final flavour. Then the salmon are placed on racks, stacked and left overnight. After 12 hours, the fillets are checked and the mix is washed. Using oak shavings from mature Scottish whisky barrels. First, a layer of dry shavings is laid onto burning embers. These catch fire quickly to create heat, but the dry shavings don't produce a lot of smoke. The solution is to add a whiskey barrel, which smells just be smoked, it will be barbecued. To separate the smoke from the heat, a tube carries it from the firebox into a separate kiln, where the racks of salmon are left to slowly smoke for up to 20 hours. The smokehouse gives the okay to allow the flesh of the fish to settle into a firm texture. Of course, smoked salmon is best served wafer thin, so it's off to the final processing area. Here the smoked salmon are trimmed, cut and sliced before they're packaged up, ready to be exported all over the world. Back in London, as they prepare for another busy day, the team at the Loch Fyne restaurant receive a fresh delivery of smoked salmon. For Douglas, there's nothing better.
Hand filleted, then it's traditionally smoked, so you do get a far cleaner flavour. And with the resting process, you get that pure flavour all the way through the salmon. Yeah, just keep it very simple. So a little bit of cracked black pepper, freshly squeezed lemon juice, fantastic smoked salmon, that's really all you want.
And by the looks on the faces of Douglas's customers, he's giving them exactly what they want. First, there were sails. Then, 170 years ago, propellers seriously speeded up sea travel. Now, it's water jets. The new generation of marine propulsion systems is driving bigger boats faster than ever. These things. But there are problems. They stick out and get stuck in the They can run but they need big engines splashing water around. But when you put one in a tube, all the energy is focused into an efficient, streamlined jet of water to propel the ship along. And because it doesn't perfect power plant. Lake Vänern, Sweden. The lakeside town of Kristinehamn has been carrying ships for more than 100 years. Magnus Arl propulsion facilities research centre. Unfortunately, perfecting high-performance powerboats isn't all glitz and glamour.
Of course, the interest of boats helped me to find motivation of the job, but when it's pure mathematics.
Floor. Of the jet right. In the sea, the impellers will spin for hour upon hour at high speed and pressure in corrosive salt water full of abrasive sand. So they cast them out of strong, corrosion-resistant stainless steel. But the freshly cast blades are too blunt to slice through water 1,000 times per minute. So the impeller's taken to the state-of-the-art milling machine for shaping. To carve through solid steel, the milling head is made from super-tough tungsten carbide. Ridges that would cause turbulence, reducing thrust. Creating the perfect smooth blade takes the human touch. Christian Schroeder has spent 2 years polishing his technique.
Of course, I had to have some try do this.
It's a matter of pride.
I like when it's a straight line, it's finished, and it's mint condition.
But the perfect impeller has to have more than great looks. The design is key to the water jet's performance. If Magnus makes even a tiny mistake in the shape, it will create bubbles.
If you know the water, and that can collapses, and they will really destroy the material quite fast.
As well as damaging the blades, bubbles will seriously slow a ship. The only way to know for sure whether his designs are doing the business is physical testing. This tank is basically an underwater wind tunnel. 1 floor below is the 400,000 litre water supply. With a full-size water jet for testing, it could drain these giant in 2 seconds. So it allows them to measure thrust, noise and bubbles to show how well the impeller is working. Back in the factory, Christian makes a final inspection of his full-size impeller before it's sent off to the balancing machine. The impeller will have to spin at 1,000 RPM. That speed, even tiny differences in the blades will... If this machine... They spot weld a tiny as a counterbalance. All balanced up, the impeller is ready to join the rest of the jet unit. Instead of ordinary rudders, ships with water jets steer just by moving the jet nozzles. So they attach the impeller unit to a movable nozzle assembly, and the completed unit goes for a systems test. Steer left or right and the hydraulic rudders. Instant manoeuvring. Problem with this high-tech propulsion system. Unlike old-school propellers, there's no reverse gear. Instead, a hydraulically rammed bucket channels the thrust under the boat for instant braking or backing up. Even without a reverse gear, the speed, power and versatility of the technology means that water jets are the way forward.
Harvey's Blue Cross sale can do more than just save you money. It can help you see life from a whole new perspective. Early bird discounts end Tuesday. Order now for Christmas delivery.
TV advertising isn't complicated at all. Gorillascope will plan and monitor your campaign and do all the hard work for you. So call Gorillascope on 0800 088 6789. Isn't it time you put your business on TV?
The music you love for free. Blinkbox Music. Download the app today.
Don't people just fast forward the ads anyway?
Most people don't fast forward the ads, and if they do, Gorillascope won't charge you for them. So call Gorillascope on 0800 088 6789. Isn't it time you put your business on TV?
Look beyond your horizons and you'll find the unexplained.
This alien technology is doing something behind our backs.
I believe that really exists. You hear that?
Unexplained Week starts Sunday on Discovery and Discovery Science.
Approach Sunday nights with caution. The fabric of the universe could tear apart. Reality could dissolve because
corpses, the zombie stars that will take us into the future.
How the Universe Works starts the 19th of October, brand new and exclusive on Discovery and HD.
The following program contains stunts or experiments which should not be imitated.
On Mythbusters,
We're about to drop an elevator. I'm beside myself.
hitting the bottom in a drop of death.
92 feet.
If something goes wrong, somebody can get killed here.
From a leap of faith to an attempt to fly as Jamie and Adam spread their wings in a levitation machine competition.
How did I know Adam was going to cheat?
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
and Jamie Heineman.
I come liking it here, it's private.
Between them, they have more than 30 years of special effects experience.
Anything to say to the ducks back home?
They don't just collect myths, they put them to the test.
Apparently, a viewer saw an ad in the back of a magazine that advertised that you could build a levitation machine using 3 vacuum cleaner motors and it would lift 150 pounds.
A levitation machine.
A levitation machine.
The Mythbusters have found one from the good old days when X-ray specs were on every schoolboy's Christmas list. Rubber vomit was a must-have. And with enough pocket money and some spare time, the piece de résistance, a hovercraft.
This story emerged from an ad from an old magazine. The idea is that anybody can create what is considered to be alternative technology in their own home, separate from big business and from government.
So, buried in some dusty Boy Scout magazine are plans for a mythic self-propelling levitation machine made from ordinary household items like vacuums. Jamie and Adam don't have the plans, but that won't stop them trying to build their own flying machine.
Yeah, I think it's true. I know it's true. It's going to be something really fun to build. And I think Jamie and I can actually add something to the whole industry of vacuum cleaner levitation.
I'm reasonably certain that this myth is not true.
Jamie doesn't think it's true?
Oh, yeah. Pete Anderson is the vacuum man. He's been repairing these suckers for 30 years.
I fix 90% of the vacuums on the market, and you name it, I do it, you know. I can take them apart and put them back together in no time.
With such a wealth of knowledge, Pete guards his secrets closely.
So, Pete, instead of you rummaging around, can we come back there?
No,
Please?
no.
Then we're coming in again.
Then I'll have the vacuums attack you.
But Adam inevitably wears him down, and Pete agrees to reveal the secret of the vacuum cleaner pump.
Then it shoots it into this one here,
Which pulls it
and
in.
then it directs this here right into this baby.
The magic of it all seems strangely lost on Jamie until
Watch this thing. See if it works. Here we go.
this is clearly going to be one special project.
This is not enough. Come back and get some more.
The lads leave with as many clapped out old cleaners as they can carry. The Mythbusters are now officially in the levitation business.
Well, the myth says that you can levitate yourself with the motors from 3 vacuum cleaners. We've got about 20 here. So we'll see what we can get out of 3, and then we'll see where we can go from there.
And so begins the delicate job of extracting the pumps.
I'm not destructive by nature. If you watch the time lapse of what we just did, he was the first one to take one of his vacuum cleaners and smash it on the ground. I just enjoy it. Do you ever see Jamie enjoy anything?
Now the Mythbusters have to turn destruction into construction.
Oh, that'll never fly.
This is going to fly inside in half an hour.
Adam's rigged 3 engines together. They'll glue a bag to the base to harness the air power, cutting holes so it doesn't burst like a balloon. It all seems too easy.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Let's try it. Oh, man, dude. That totally works.
It's a very un-Mythbusters-like moment. They've built something and nothing has gone wrong. That's more like it.
You wanna light
Won't go down without a fight.
A hovercraft.
If they wanted to quit while they were ahead, this would be a good time. But of course, that won't happen.
I have. What you think you've learned from this test, and I'll take what build our own machines and see
I'd say that's a wonderful plan.
It's time to order because actually more than just saying you find true love. Obtaining highly classified you manage your team back from 4-0 down. Teach your children the important lessons in life and help you get that job as Global Senior Vice President. Harvest Blue Cross sale end Tuesday.
There's never been a better time to check out BT Infinity. It's free for 6 months, then £15 a month. You could get speeds up to 5 times faster than the average speed of standard broadband. And make the most of our powerful super-fast fibre optic. It's
Wolf, Fix Problems. May I come in? You must be Lucy. Your computer, TV, and bike have been stolen, right? Right. And you sent photos of these items to Direct Line.
Yeah.
And the photos good? Replacements will be ready to send within 8 hours. Now, Lucy, there are people out there who can make sure this never happens to you again.
What will they do?
For the burglar alarm.
This is the story of you. Facing the crowd. People you should call. So, call us now or visit injurylawyersforyou.co.uk.
At Amigo, we think it's time for a different kind of loan, where people who've been turned down by the bank with affordable repayments, where you simply need a guarantor, and where there are no fees. You can pay back early, no problem. With a representative 49.9% APR variable. Come to amigoloans.co.uk, the all-new, good old-fashioned loan.
She sings the sad melodies to tell me to all you love. To tell me to all you love.
Mythbusters to drop in on a myth. It's one of the great what-ifs of modern-day living. What if you're in a... Can you
plummeting rapidly towards the bottom. Right at the very last second, you jump as hard as you can, and that saves your life.
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
The Mythbusters need to drop a lift down its shaft. Just the subject will jump in the air. They'll measure his impact speed to see if he can avoid what should be certain expert instruction. Business for 3 decades. For this myth.
Well, if you're in an elevator, you're traveling at the same rate of speed, the same velocity as the elevator itself. So you're really not going to be able to overcome that physical fact.
What would you do if you were in a falling elevator?
I believe if I had presence of mind, I would probably try to lay myself down on the floor, assuming that I could get there.
Destruction seems assured. But first, they need to find a lift. There's a nearby firefighting school that sounds promising.
This is quite a complex. They've got rooftops and whole buildings that they can burn down and put out. And of course, most importantly, this building has an elevator in it that drops 4 floors. I thought so. That's only 40 feet. Okay.
40 feet, just over 12 meters. An impressive drop. But for this myth, they're looking for something really spectacular. Jamie's got a lead on a disused hotel that's 8 stories high. He's checking it out with Builder Carrie.
Is that it?
I guess that's it. It's an 8-story building. Thank you, sir.
The grand old Hotel Royale was built in the early 1900s. She's not so grand anymore and is scheduled for demolition.
Oh my god. Since we're here anyway, can we film a horror movie?
Yeah.
They found the lift, but it's not going anywhere in a hurry.
There's the motor. What's left of it. It's an elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like steel. I don't know whether it'll stand up to an 8-story drop without crushing.
Getting the lift working will be no small task. The cables haven't moved in years, and the motor is a wreck.
In theory, if we could tie power onto that, we would have a working elevator. The cables and everything are here. It's a little rusty, but if we can, it's going to be perfect.
It's a long, long way to the top of the shaft. 8 floors, 9 counting the basement.
92 feet to the top of the pulleys.
92 feet to the dead bird.
It's kind of scary.
Meanwhile, the levitation machine challenge is a go. In the red corner, Team Savage, Adam, Tori, and Christine. In the blue, Heineman's heroes, Jamie, Scotty, and Carrie. Each has a budget of $500 and 2 days to build a flying, self-propelling levitation machine out of ordinary household items. Then they'll race them.
The secret plans are, we're going to do 3 pads like this. We're going to have a leaf blower back here. I got a whole bunch. We're not using any of the vacuum motors. Okay, no.
To improve stability, Adam's craft will have 3 connected bases, like lily pads. And he'll mount the seat and engines on top.
Yeah.
It should have a little more kick than your standard vacuum cleaner.
180 miles per hour, 360 cubic feet per minute.
He's using leaf blowers, 2 big, expensive blowers. Adam's blown his entire budget, but will it blow away the competition? His plan is for one blower to provide lift and the other propulsion.
The question is how to mount these puppies up so that one, there's control, two, there's some aerodynamics, three, there's some stability. Like I want to be here.
Okay. Christy's come up with a new, stronger skirt to capture the air.
Come on, you should. Don't worry. Like I'm doing crafts in kindergarten.
In just 2 hours, Team Savage has the first pad ready to test.
All right.
Ready?
I think that's magnificent. I think the distance is perfect, the buoyancy is great, and it's pretty darn stable for just one person in the center. 3 of these is going to be great. The thing is that this powers 1 beautifully. But it's going to power 3.
Adam has to split the airflow from 1 leaf blower to inflate all 3 pads. He'll divide the blast with pipes.
How do you like that? That'll do.
But is there enough lift? Adam's design may be stable, but it's also heavy. There's a steel frame holding the pads together, and a seat.
And right there.
Oh, you are good. Not that good.
The seat is not adjustable. It's a little too low. So, hey, look at all that extra. Alright, let's put it on the back. Oh man, it's really heavy.
But will it be too much weight for liftoff? The big race will be held on the beach. So, before picking up a tool, Jamie scouts the location, looking for inspiration.
Have you ever heard of a thing called a hoverboard?
No, not really.
Jamie, the non-surfer, explains to Rob what he has in mind.
So we're looking for a large board that we can mount some leaf blowers on the back for forward thrust and one on the top and the front to fill the airbag that lifts the thing.
And we also want it to look cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's clear Surfer Rob doesn't share Jamie's definition of cool. But a sail's a sail, dude.
How about this one?
Well, that's kind of hot looking.
It's 22 inches wide, 7'10".
I like it.
Although this bright yellow longboard will probably never see a wave, Jamie couldn't be happier.
Thank you. We've destroyed a lot of really nice things on this show. You know, Corvettes, home appliances, power tools. And now we're about to destroy a surfboard.
Jamie's planning the Heinemann hoverboard, a surfboard with blowers at the back for thrust, more at the front for lift, and the inflatable skirt. Like Adam, Jamie has settled on leaf blowers to power his machine. After the expense of the surfboard, he can only afford cheaper models and needs to check their propulsion power.
Well, that ought to work. So let's fuel it up. This is easier than I thought.
This kind of looks like Wile E. Coyote or something, doesn't it?
This is, officially, the silliest rig in myth-busting history. And it soon becomes apparent that the combination of rollerblades and a backpack makes Jamie giggle like a schoolgirl. The second lesson. This simple rig actually works. It's not fast, it's not pretty, but it might just be impressive enough to scare Team Savage.
Well, I'm glad he's not wasting his time or anything. I've got a nearly completed hovercraft in there, and Jamie's like cruising with the girls. Look, he's cruising with women. That's all he's I don't have a damn thing to worry about. His silly little backpack thing. He's like the hunchback of M5.
Jamie's team's already lost. They just haven't been informed yet.
In Adam's mind, propulsion will be a breeze.
Basically, I would be holding on to this thing, pointing it behind me. When I need to turn, I just turn it this way. I turn it that way. It's really simple.
But the lily pad flyer is still heavy and still firmly grounded. It's time to see what she can do.
It was actually very successful. I'm very pleased with it. Weight does not seem to be an issue with the leaf blower. It's got plenty of power to lift the weight we want it to lift.
The hard part seems to be over for Team Savage. With the levitation issue sorted, they just need to conjure up a little backdraft to get things moving. The first leaves of autumn. Team Savage has a problem. Fresh from their successful propulsion test, Heineman's heroes are working on lift.
I'm about to be disowned by every surfer I know.
The board is going under the knife. This hole is for the downdraft that will inflate their skirt.
Jamie, are you feeling confident?
Not at all.
It works. The board is off the ground, but there's a problem.
It's like practically impossible to keep it stable.
It's less hoverboard and more seesaw.
You're gonna have to have a wider base. That's all I can say, because it's like trying to balance the board on a pole.
Jamie thinks he can steady the ship by adding an outrigger.
This is a nifty invention.
This is actually going to work. And what I've done is I've put some additional support on the top of the bladder where it comes out from the side of the surfboard. And that'll keep it more stable because it can't roll around the edge of the surfboard now. It's got to be compressed. Still is a little bit tippy, but I think when we get a little practice, I should be able to kind of get nice and stabilized, and I think we're good to go.
The last component, thrusters, ×3.
You know, I kept saying that you were going to come up with something, but in the back of my head I was going, eh.
Surf's up for Heineman's heroes. At the end of the first work day of the challenge, they have a flying, self-propelling levitation machine.
I don't know what the top speed on it is, but it was starting to take off there. And if we get the control set up on this, I think it's going to work like a dream.
Back at the Hotel Royale.
We've got the location, we've got our elevator shaft. I'm going to go out and get all the rigging equipment that I need so that we can pull it to the top and drop it. You've got the hard job of getting Buster to jump at the last second.
This experiment has two engineering challenges. Firstly, to work out a way to raise and drop the lift. Secondly, to rig the victim to jump up at just the right moment. Jamie, Carrie and Scotty are working to understand the human jump.
Alright.
In the short moment of acceleration, the average top speed generated was 2.5 meters per second. Now, they need the victim to replicate the leap. And here he is now.
I need to figure out how to make Buster jump. I think I'm going to have to use some kind of spring because I don't want to go for the gunpowder.
No gunpowder. Good news for Buster. Instead, a kind of turbocharged pogo stick. A car spring inside overlapping tubes with a quick release catch. Buster will sit on top. Scotty's speciality is working with metal, and the launcher is ready in no time.
Giant pogo stick! Nice!
The spring is tensed, and the quick release set.
There we go.
Okay.
Then Buster is lowered into place.
Now that looks like a good jump to me. I'm not sure, but I think we have a pretty good shot at actually launching Buster up in the air pretty good. It's a powerful spring.
It's time for Buster to fly.
Okay, here we go. Well, that wasn't very much at all. Okay.
Attempt 1 was more of a judder than a jump. Scotty will need to work on her spring, and Buster his jump. And then it'll be bombs away.
Yes, ma'am. There's 75 beers mangoes.
Seems like the cheapest mango I've bought.
Thank you, shopping with Living today.
Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
I think I'll be changing my shop now.
growing up, my family always had Bupa health insurance. It probably saved my life. At 27, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Straight away, a specialist Bupa team were there for me. They found me a hospital to be near mum and dad. The consultant suggested tomotherapy and advanced treatment. That was 7 years ago, and Bupa's still here for me today.
For discounts for you and your family, call 0800 665 665.
House prices. Other people's wages.
Coffee.
These days, I feel like everything's getting bigger, except my savings.
But you can do something different with Wellesley.
Start today and get 4%.
To save for longer and get even more.
So visit Wellesley now and find out how to treat your money just like their own.
Carefully.
Make your savings more interesting at wellesley.co.uk.
Don't you know you may be due PPI compensation? Not interested? Banks have set aside billions in PPI compensation, yet you've still done nothing about it. Can you really afford not to find out if you're owed up to £7,000? If you're nervous, unsure, or simply don't know, call Gladstone Brooks on 08000 46 90 90 or go online and we'll guide you through the process. After all, it's what we do.
Gladstone Brooks.
Block sinks are such hard work.
That's right. Mr. Muscle Kitchen and Bathroom Drain Gel. There's nothing thicker. It powers through the water and blasts the blockages away.
Thanks, Mr. Muscle.
Mr. Muscle Kitchen and Bathroom Drain Gel. It's the science of tough cleaning. Try Mr. Muscle first. It's cheaper than a plumber.
Yes, it's a word we say hundreds of times every day. The Aqua Classic credit card puts you in control. Even if you've been turned down for credit, you're new to credit, or you're on a low income, we'll try our best responsibly to say yes. There's no annual fee and a manageable credit limit. Plus, you can choose your payment date and set up text alerts. Apply for your Aqua Classic card now. Go to aquacard.co.uk and get a response in 60 seconds. Tim, show Joel how everything you touch turns into Skittles.
That's awesome.
Is it awesome? Excuse me.
Touch the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
With Swinton, you get £50 for switching your car insurance. Talk to Swinton Insurance now. We'll search a panel of specially selected insurers and give you £50 as a welcome when you switch. Call 0800 116 4050 and see if we could save you money on your car insurance. Talk to Swinton on 0800 116 4050 in a High Street branch or visit our website.
Mike and Ed are going back to 1963 to buy a slice of American glamour. What a car! Lincoln Continental in Wheeler Dealers. Monday at 9, only on Discovery and HD.
Anthony Archer Wills is a man with a plan.
They're going to love this.
He's making a big splash, creating cool pools on the other side of the pond.
All round here is pool. Rocks tell me where they want to go.
He's a little nuts, but you just can't help but love the guy.
It actually wants to come out of here.
I can hear it saying it's so excited.
The Pool Master starts Friday the 24th of October, new and exclusive to Discovery. The myth. A well-timed jump in a plummeting lift can save you from certain death. The test. Put Buster on a spring, in a shaft, and drop him. Pool Buster. First, the gang need to find a spring that matches the power of a human jump. It's off to the scrapyard.
That looks like that would definitely fit in there. I probably have a pair of ice grips if you need them.
There we go.
Well, that looks like pretty perfect to me.
You like it?
I love it.
Did I do something good today?
You did great. Thank you. Good catch. Oh, yeah. Just fits.
Buster is ready at last for his great leap of faith.
All right.
That was a good jump.
It's more than enough. Buster reached a maximum velocity of nearly 3.8 meters per second, compared to Jamie's 2.5 meters per second.
I think that's a good run. I think we're there. That was significantly more than what we got before. He looked like he jumped.
They've solved half the problem, but getting the Hotel Royale's elevator working again is another problem altogether.
Bye-bye. See you later.
But first, there's a little matter of a levitation machine challenge.
You can come on in and shoot, but you three have to go away.
We would change our plans after seeing you.
Just let you go away. She talks so much trash.
Currently, Team Savage's lily pad flyer is showing all the mobility of a lead weight.
Today's task is to work on the propulsion of the hovercraft. You're going to start working on the pads, and I'm going to start working on the fan blades.
Adam and his team need to find a way to get their craft moving, and fast.
That's it. That's all that's moving the
His leaf blower needs more bite. Something like this. The fan will sit inside a metal shroud. It's blast directed by rudders at the back.
That's not dangerous. Oh my God.
It's fair to say, this is not exactly the intended use for a leaf blower. Adam's created a monster. Or is it just a monster problem?
Oh. No, no. This is bad. It's just too much torque for this motor. Please don't be too much torque for this motor.
Sorry, Adam, it's too much torque. The tiny motor can't turn the big fan.
I'm scrapping this leaf blower motor. I'm going to stop trying to repair it and go for something like a chainsaw motor or a low grade.
Stickler might point out that Adam has already spent his allotted $500.
Granted, I might have spent over $500 trying to get this to work, but in the end, the full parts list for our hovercraft will still be under $500.
How did I know Adam was on the machine?
News of Adam's indiscretion has reached Heinemann's Heroes.
Adam's handicapped is probably Adam, and just because he gets the lawnmower doesn't mean he's actually going to make it work. We've got to design.
But if Jamie's furious,
See. Enjoy working with each other.
lifting themselves. So that's exactly what they do. Quicker than you can say, dastardly scoundrel, they've bought and fitted another blower to help with lift.
Now, if this works the way I plan, the extra lift that we get also make the
board is a hit and ready to race.
That was the difference. Let's go home.
Yeah. Adam will be here all night anyway.
For his replacement motor, Adam has settled on a 1 horsepower electric trimmer.
Dude, this is just going to plug right into the fan. I don't have to modify anything.
Again. A typhoon, it's not.
The new weed whacker is actually working fine. It's whacking away. It's my propeller that is lacking some balance.
Unbalanced himself. He's running out of steam, and so is his team.
You got something to say? I'm thinking about it.
It's just been like one disaster after the next.
It's a beautiful thing. We put so much time and love into it. And I'm broken-hearted, and so is everybody else, and Adam's pouting.
With time running out, they have to mount the engine and hope for the best.
You ready? I'm out of ideas.
But then, out of desperation, a plan.
Pizza box wings. This is great. I really like that.
We're at the Icarus part of the evening. I think you know what happened to Icarus.
You know, I think we might have to do it.
I can only pray for one thing, and that is a total failure of Jamie's rape. Confident to the last. Let's go.
2 words. Nasty.
Back at the Hotel Royale, it's filthy enough for the Mythbusters to cover up with dust masks. There's cleaning up to be done, and Jamie's got to get the lift working again.
Oh, it's going up. Going up.
Did the car go up?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good sign. It is awfully stiff, but it is moving, so where there's movement, there can be improvement. And I had an idea that I might be able to modify an electric vehicle that I built. It's a prototype that I have back at the shop.
It's the same electrical vehicle Jamie built for a popular fizzy drink advert, but extensively modified. He calls it the Life and Death Machine, or LAD for short.
I built a multi-purpose platform that has the electric motors, the gear reduction for them, speed controllers and electronics and batteries all compacted into as tight of a unit as I could come up with, and then we put these treads on it.
Jamie sees the LAD as having applications in firefighting and law enforcement. But today, it's got to lift a lift. A little Mythbusters love tap will help ease the fit.
Okay, ready? Hey, that's it. All right. I don't think this thing is going anywhere. You want to turn it on? Let's see if we can move this car. All right.
The lift in years.
That's moving. Oh, okay.
Jamie, that looks great.
Yeah, baby!
First floor and climbing strong.
Do you have batteries for these? I think Jamie's rig is a classic Mythbusters rig. You know, we have to lift an elevator, and Jamie says, "Oh, I've got a robot in the shop that we could modify to lift this elevator."
Bring it up about 6 more inches. Hokey pokey, top floor, man. Over.
Top floor, broken fittings, pigeon poop, and all kinds of danger. Before starting work, Adam secures the car at the top of the shaft.
We can't rush it. We don't want to be, doing anything without being in total and absolute control of what's going on. It's nasty. If something goes wrong, somebody could get killed here.
Lifts are designed not to fall. But the Mythbusters wrote the book on disabling safety systems. First up, the emergency brake.
When the ball's spinning around too fast, if the elevator's falling, they lift up and drive.
So what you're trying to say is he
Anticlimactically enough, I believe I've disabled the entire mechanism by removing this simple pin.
Well, okay.
But they're not in freefall mode yet. As well as being cabled to a winch, elevator cars are also linked to a counterweight, which weighs about the same as the car when half full. That keeps the system in balance and the car from falling. So the counterweight has to go too.
We are cutting the cable. Stand by.
That's so much heavier than it looks.
Just the last lonely winch cables remain. And with the car lowered back to the basement for safety, Adam is about to sabotage those too.
This is a 10,000-pound movie special effects quick release. I'm going to attach it to this really big shackle, and when we get upstairs, we'll be able to pull a pin, and this whole car will drop. You know, working with these dirty cables, I can't tell you how hard it is not to touch Jamie's white shirt. I just want to touch it, make it dirty. All right. You're ready to take tension on this, Jamie.
Okay.
The quick release is attached and holding.
Beautiful.
The star of the show has been roused from his luxury trailer. This promises to be the sorriest chapter in Buster's tragically accident-prone life. He'll ride the car down 9 floors, sitting on a pogo stick.
Okay, Buster, this will hurt a bit.
Adam's tying off a trip line at the top of the shaft. That will pull the release on Buster's launcher when the lift is 2 meters from the bottom.
That's about perfect to me. Okay, the rig is stationary. It's ready for...
The Mythbusters are ready. They've built a giant pogo stick and made a death trap out of something originally designed to be safe. As Buster rises towards the penthouse, there's no time to back out now. Adam is almost inappropriately excited.
We're about to drop Buster's toes.
The moment of truth. Can Buster survive a fall of almost 30 meters if he jumps at the last second? Jamie and the team are in the basement. Adam...
I'm totally excited. Ready to drop. 3, 2.
The overhead camera shows Buster's pogo stick launched right on cue. But did it save him?
His head's gone. We've got an arm. I believe this is more damage than we've ever done to Buster in one myth before. I think Buster feels good about a job well done, and he just hopes that we don't put his head on backwards.
By the time they reached the bottom of the shaft, the lift and Buster were travelling at 85 kilometres per hour. Buster jumped up at 1 metre per second, or 3 kilometres per hour, enough to hit the roof, but he still hit the ground at a fatal 82 kilometres per hour.
I don't know if we can put it back together.
Yeah, Scotty, good.
We can't rebuild him.
Buster will be repaired.
Well, you know, you might be weightless relative to the elevator, but you and the elevator are going down at 53 miles an hour. So, unless you can jump up at 53 miles per hour, you're dead.
I think we've done all that we can here. I think this myth is definitively and finally busted.
Yeah, it was fun, though.
Unfortunately for Buster, the myth of the lift of life is busted.
There's never been a better time to check out BT Infinity. It's free for 6 months, then £15 a month. You can get speeds up to 5 times faster than the average speed of standard broadband. And make the most of our powerful superfast fibre optic. It's so good that 9 to 10 customers would recommend it to others. Get our new package free for 6 months. Yes, free, then £15 a month. Make the right choice. BT Infinity. Call now on 222 444.
Double serum from Parents, an exclusive formula enriched with plant extracts in a toothpaste system to target visible signs of skin aging. Skin looks more radiant, firm, and pores look less visible. The UK's #1 anti-aging serum, Parents.
We'd like to say thank you to our amazing sponsors. Because of you and the money you've raised, we can finally say we're winning. We can finally say as many people as possible.
Ollie, stop it!
But our job isn't finished. There are more lives we can save. We can fight by giving just £2 a month.
No!
Call 0800 032 1122 now. Together, we will beat cancer soon.
Take your pick from Sky's best ever lineup, with more box sets of the latest shows than any online subscription service. No matter what. Enjoy complete series on demand. And watch must-see classics in stunning HD.
Yeah, I'm feeling particularly proud of that today.
That's box sets on demand, plus over 50 HD channels, and a free Sky Plus HD box when you upgrade to the family bundle from £5 extra a month. Call 08442 410 270 or search Sky Box Sets. Sky, believe in better.
Protect the pets you love with Morla for as little as £6.35 a month. And you'll get a £15 pet food voucher from our partners, the RSPCA. Pet cover for as little as £6.35 a month. Call 0800 300 800. Morla, what you mean?
The whole world revolves around numbers. Actually, I'm on a calorie control diet at the moment, but I'm not counting. Diet Chef do all the numbers for me, and they just deliver my choice of meals right to my door. So I always look forward to lunch, pasta salad. And with Diet Chef, the portions are all worked out for you. Chicken curry, lovely. You could lose up to £8 in a month. Now that's a number I am happy to think about. To find out more, log on to dietchef.co.uk.
I've been asked many times what my #1 interview was. Tough question. But for over 50's life cover, the nation's #1 choice is clear. The guaranteed over 50 plan.
No, Ollie. No.
We'd all like to leave something for our loved ones to help with funeral costs or as a cash gift. And with the nation's #1, you can do just that. If you're aged between 50 and 85, you're guaranteed to be accepted without any health questions. Cover starts from just £4 a month. You can't get this kind of cover for less. After you've had the plan for 2 years, a cash sum is paid and you're gone. Call this number today. The first month's premium is free. You get a free pen just for inquiring. And a welcome gift when you join. Why not put your family first with the #1 choice? Call free on 800 50 55 50 or visit sunlife.co.uk.
Now, whether you've got a large gas bill or even a big old electric bill, with the wiggle workout, the pound will drop off in no time. And you can even do this at home. Easy.
He couldn't even look at his bills. They were massive. Since the wiggle workout, everything's changed for us.
Say much for that. Get your bills in check. Visit Go Compare. Look beyond your horizons, and you will find the unexplained. It's at the limits of space.
This new technology is something behind. You know we can trust that.
It's in a frozen wilderness.
I believe that spaghetti exists.
You hear that? It's buried beneath your feet.
So now we have the biggest pyramids on the planet.
It's closer than you think.
I really have no words to explain what we found.
Unexplained Wake starts
Ollie, stop it.
on Discovery and Discovery Science.
Approach some delights with caution. Reality could dissolve. Your mind will be blown. The infinite how the universe works. Starts the 19th of October, browsing exclusive on Discovery and HD.
Friday night with science worth staying in for. At 8, bizarre stainless steel sightings for a farmer kick off our Close Encounters double bill. Then see why Sri Lanka has been plagued by scarlet rain in the Unexplained Files at 9.
Ocean Beach, San Francisco, a field of dreams.
Good day for kicking.
For hovercraft builders, it promises triumph. Or the sand of defeat kicked in their face. But Adam has a secret weapon waiting in the wings, and he can certainly hold his own in the pre-match psych-out.
It certainly is pretty, isn't it?
I like the flame decoration on the, what is that, the garbage can, or is that the cowl?
Sorry, that would be an inducted fan cowling. Well, James' rig is magnificent in its simplicity. I mean, there is not a wasted piece of wood or anything in this thing.
He's got 2 motors, and I've got 5. I'm not sure what that means, but I think it means that I'm going to go faster.
The course is 180 metres out and back, across sand and water. A grueling test, but by mutual agreement, there's a last-minute concession. Team members can push. And there's Adam's secret weapon. The race is suddenly wide open. The Heinemann hoverboard is first out of the gates. But Team Savage pulls a cunning switch as they enter into the water hazard. Unfortunately, it floats like it flies.
I gotta lose this.
Jamie's first out of the water, but his lift engines have stalled. Never one to fight fair, Adam calls in reinforcements.
Yeah! Come on! We gotta go to the left around the buoy. And home! Here we go!
At the turn, Heinemann's heroes are closing in.
We're almost there, we're doing great!
Pushing Adam's heavy craft is taking its toll. A jockey change, and fresh legs could make the difference. After doing everything in his power to fail, Adam has somehow won.
Victory! last minute there. Nice. That was possibly the stupidest contest ever in the world.
The thing just filled full of sand. You know, we tested it on a shop floor, smooth concrete, worked great. I'm fairly confident we would have easily won the race, but it's a big scoop.
It may be academic, but Jamie calls a rematch just to see who would have won without assistance. On dry land, it's no contest. The Heinemann hoverboard leaves the lily pad flyer in its wake, and a little pride is restored.
Well, they both suck.
So, what of the myth? Can you really build a levitation machine out of hula bits?
Well, Jamie, you know, if you ordered these plans out of a catalog to build a levitation machine out of 3 vacuum cleaner motors, we showed you could do it, and I actually got about 6 inches of levitation.
Yeah, but in my mind, it's not really levitation. This is a hovercraft.
Well, I'd say, for the record, this myth is plausible, but totally impractical.
Yeah, plausible, but impractical.
So, a household hovercraft is plausible on a living room floor, perhaps. But don't go taking one on the motorway, or the beach for that matter.
Rodeo!
If you're looking for beautiful, bespoke fitted wardrobes, designed to not only make the most of your space, but maximise it too. With tailored storage solutions created just for you, then trust Sharps. A half-price sale is now on. Call or click for your nearest showroom or for your free home design visit. Sharps, created with you.
If you need a new boiler, you can trust British Gas to install an energy-efficient one that's just right for you. Our quotes are fixed, and you can spread the cost. You'll get boiler and central heating care, plus free plumbing, drains and home electrics cover, and get a £400 scrappage discount on your old boiler, which all goes to make very happy customers. So, for a great boiler deal, call 0800 980 81 82. Visit britishgas.co.uk.
I'm Mike Brewer, and I'm facing my toughest casting challenge yet to trade my way from $3,000 run around to a $40,000 supercar.
Wheeler Dealers Trading Up starts Monday the 20th of October, brand new to Discovery.
Anthony Archer Wills is a man with a plan. They're gonna love this. He's making a big splash, creating cool pools on the other side of the pond.
All round here is full of rocks. Tell me where they want to go.
He's a little nuts, but we just can't help but love the guy.
It actually wants to come out of here.
I can hear it saying that.
So excited.
The Pool Master starts Friday the 24th of October, new and exclusive to Discovery.
Today on How It's Made. Alligator bags. That's handbags, not bags for alligators, obviously. Lockers. Spacious, useful, lockable. Bench planes. Shaping the future with your wood. And deployable flight recorders. Black box, potentially orange. But first, alligator bags enjoyed their first wave of popularity in the 19th century. The material was chosen for
Why are you
its
turning off,
soft
yeah?
rich texture,
Right.
and durability.
Yeah. Turn off.
Since then, many legendary designer handbags have been made with alligator skin.
What do you need that brand if I look at there?
A handbag is more than a practical